Okay, so we should be now live officially and ready to start. I don't know how's your guys' Evil-a-thon is going. If are you participating at all, Chelley, or
Loosely. I'm so
you
bad
don't
if
have
it's
to, you're just here for sprinting. It's fine.
yeah, but loosely I am. I'm so bad with like if I set myself like a TBR or anything like that, I'll just
No.
deviate and go off the off course. So that's why I say loosely.
I'm
What
doing okay.
about yeah?
I think I've read one book so far. Because I knew about the readathon late because I'm terrible at keeping up with things like this.
There's
But I
too many readathons. It's just too many.
I'm all for spooky season into November because it means I can read all the spooky books I didn't get to in October because I had a terrible reading in October. So
Same.
I find sometimes the pressure of October, like wanting to read spooky
Yes.
books, like then I just don't end up reading them. So November, it's nice to like have a little catch up.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I just feel like Halloween is just so unfair. It's like it's just one day, so you're like waiting for it. Wait, it's like an avocado. You're waiting for it to be ripe, and then when you open it, it's too late. It's like it's the same thing.
So
You know,
true.
like why is not like long? Like Christmas feels so long. Like I enjoy Christmas, but then Halloween is like it's gone like so fast.
So
Like
quick.
Halloween is just not long enough.
Oh no, I agree. It needs to be longer. We should just make it like longer ourselves. Have Halloween like every day.
Yeah. I mean, that's the month. I mean, when Halloween decor is here in the stores, I use it to buy things for the house for like all year long. That's like
Yeah.
I'm like, oh god, these things for the kitchen, like for the bathroom, like for everyday like places. It's like that's when my decoration comes to the stores.
this thing I got at
Oh
TK
yeah,
Maxx, and
yeah,
this is now a staple on my shelf.
Ooh, I
yeah.
like that.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah.
I have
I
so
love
many
it.
things from TK Maxx. They love me in Halloween season. I keep
Yeah,
I've
going
got
back
some
for
stuff.
more.
Oh, my
Yeah,
husband
I
and
have
I.
this. This is from TK Maxx. It's like a timeshare
Oh,
with
I like
bonds.
that.
That's
Oh,
Yeah,
amazing.
that's also
yeah.
from TK Maxx. Like all of these things are from TK Maxx. Everything.
Oh, yeah. I've got some stuff behind me, like a funny little funny face pumpkin and the
Yeah.
cup and stuff. Yeah. So when I raided the shelves.
Yeah, my housemate and I have told each other we're not allowed to go to TK Maxx more than once a month on the run up to spooky season because we spend about £100 every single time. So it's like we can't really afford to keep doing this.
Yeah, here they start in August, so it's like when I
Yeah.
go, it's already there, and I'm like, what do I do now? Do I have to take everything now? Can I come back later? Like, I just
I
like,
hate, I hate that even like just before Halloween though, like all the Christmas stuff has like appeared, and
yeah,
I'm like, no, put that back, please. Please put that away.
yeah.
Too soon. Too soon.
Party poopers. You go to the supermarket, everything is Halloween, is Christmas. You go to TK Maxx, all the Halloween section is gone. I'm like, excuse you, like, is it money?
Rude.
Where's all
What
the cheap?
happened?
Where's all it on discount? Like, I want to get ahead of the game.
It's like if you wait for the sale, it's like it's gone. It's Christmas. I'm like, what happened? You can't really. So I just end up going
No.
like a couple of times, and I just buy things, and I don't wait for the sales much because then I miss them. You blink and you miss it. It's gone.
Yeah.
It's just Santa Claus there selling. I'm like, I wanted a pumpkin. Like, it's like it's just not fair.
No.
So, where are you guys gonna be reading tonight, Chelley? Where are you gonna be reading?
Yeah. So I've got a couple of books. So I started this one, The Stranded, by Sarah Daniels. So I've only read a few pages so far because I'm meant to be buddy reading it with my friend Melina, and I'm behind already. But yeah, it's like intriguing so far. So it's set in the future, and I don't normally like sci-fi kind of books. Like I tend to like shy away from them a bit, but apparently it's meant to be really addictive, and I'm ready for it. It's like set on a ship in the future, so it's got to be good. It's got to be. I've heard really good things.
Yeah, I bought it actually. It's
Yeah,
I
I've
have it
heard
here.
really good things. Oh yeah.
I bought it
And
at
then-
Yog. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And then I'm lucky enough. I've just got to take this out. I've just received a
Oh yay.
is it blogger copy, review copy?
Yeah.
Lost the power of speech of The Midnight Game by Cynthia Murphy. So I'm gonna start this and see how it goes. I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, I have that in pre-order. It comes in January, I think.
Yeah, I was just lucky. I got sent a copy by Scholastic. So yeah, I'm really excited for that one. So I'm gonna dip into that as well, I think.
Nice. How about you, Lizzie? What are you gonna be reading?
I'm going to
Book
be
number
reading
5.
Ooh.
Yes, book number 5 of my currently reading. I'm going to start Leech by Hiron Ends. I think that's how you pronounce the name. I've got no idea. But this is like a new release, I think, and it's
That
a
cover.
yeah,
Cover's nice.
it's a sci-fi horror of like basically the world being infested by parasites and a doctor being taken over by another parasite.
Ooh.
But behind the infestation, like, well, that's impossible because we've already infested everyone who's important. So how has this happened? Kind of thing. So I'm here for it. I'm really excited. This was for the prompt Event Horizon, and I watched Event Horizon at the weekend per your recommendation.
Ooh.
It was a wild ride. I was like, why is this just like every like 90s actor that I know from everything else? I love
I've never seen that. I need to watch that.
Oh, I love it.
The ending threw me.
Yeah.
That ending, I was like, what?
Yeah, I think it's a bit like underrated, like old, like more of a classic horror movie, like sci-fi horror.
Yeah.
I really like it. You should check it out.
Yeah, I will. It's because I don't know what it is. As soon as I hear the word sci-fi, my brain just goes,
Yeah,
no.
I know.
It's really weird, but then I do try and push myself to watch a bit more sci-fi. So
But it's a bit more horror, you know? Like I feel like
Yeah.
the horror takes over a little bit more in that one. So.
Yeah.
It's kind of like space is like a big element of it, but it's way more about the grossness that happens within the space bit. The space bit is secondary to the horror, and the kind of there is some quite gory scenes that I was like, oh my god, that's so gross.
Oh no, I'm definitely going to check that out. I'll let you both know.
Yes. So I'm debating either to start Daphne by George Mallerman.
Oh, I've heard good things about that one.
Or just go for Halloween party and have fun.
Wow, what can I say?
Let me guess what Chelley's gonna choose for me.
Halloween, yeah, RL style. Oh, well, the Halloween party would be like a quick read, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think so. Well, depends. So it's only 147 pages.
Yeah. Oh, yay!
Yeah, I've never read it, so I'm like, I have to read it this Halloween, and then I didn't read it, so I'm like, I have to read it in November.
It's a good one. It's like fun. I think you'll find it fun.
Maybe I'll pick it up the first sprint. Yeah, so I'm planning on doing 3 sprints, 30, 45, 45, more or less. And see how it goes. Just the first one a little bit shorter to ease myself into it.
And sounds good.
And then we shall see. But yeah, I've only read 2 books so far for the Evil-a-thon, which is fine because I've been reading so little lately. I feel like I thought I was going to have more time once I move and I live with my partner because we don't have to travel back and forth. We're in the same place. But I actually have less time. It's like...
So always the way.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I put a lot on myself. Like I have a full-time job, like a secondary job I do sometimes. I have 2 YouTube channels, and then I try to go to the gym and take care of, the house, the cats, cooking, like all of the things, spending time with my partner. Maybe if there's any time left.
That was at the bottom of the list.
Yes. Priorities.
The cats came above.
Yes. I've said to him, like, I love the cats more than I love you. And he's like, How can you say something like that? I'm like, I'm just being honest. If there's a fire, I'm grabbing my cats and I'm
Forget you. Oh
just like, I'm
dear.
sorry, but the cats are my babies. I found you on the street. Like, what do you?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Oh.
I love him, but it's like my cats is a different thing. They're like my kids,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
my
No.
babies.
Priorities. What
Right.
two books did you read so far?
Oh, I read Frightmares, which is a YA book that I was a little bit disappointed by, sadly.
Mm.
And I just finished Something is
Oops.
Dying. Yeah.
Oh.
I just finished You Love Me by Caroline Kepnes.
Oh, was that good?
I enjoyed it. It's kind of chunky. I didn't expect it to be so chunky.
Mm.
I enjoyed it because I feel like I like the character. So I was on board from the beginning. I like how it's told from the point of view of him, and I'm kind of in his mind, kind of. So if you like the other two, I think you will enjoy it. But it
Okay.
has a couple of twists and turns and stuff. It didn't like blew me away, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
So I guess
Ah.
it depends if you liked. Have you read You and Hidden Bodies?
Yeah, I've read those. Have you, Lizzie? No.
No, I've seen the TV show though. I've seen like the
Yeah.
first series, and I was like, I'm not sure if I can read a book that also is like this. Like, I just don't think I'm mentally prepared to deal with this character again.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
The entire time I was watching the show, I just wanted to hit him with my car. So I don't think I can do that to myself,
I feel like these books are good for people that enjoy true crime because you kind of get into the mind of somebody that is a psychopath. And
Yeah.
so that's what I enjoy about true crime stories is hearing the people talk about it, and they talk about it like it's normal and they're delusional.
Mm.
And I feel like that's what attracts me so much to this character is that he's exactly like that. So I feel like if you like true crime, you will enjoy like the books.
Yeah. No, definitely. I agree with that.
Yeah, because it's more like what he's thinking, and you're like,
Yeah.
bruh, you okay? It's
You're like,
like
what?
it's not exactly what's going on right now, It's like yeah, so I just enjoy him as a character, but I get why he's not loved as a character at the same time. So as a warning, I'm using the Pomodoro Kitty one.
Oh
So
no. Makes me jump every time you watch. I'll be like
it's just a bit easier because then it's running and I know when it's over. So it's like
oh, that poor kitty gets a bad name, doesn't it? Bless
yeah.
It was a very aggressive meow.
Yeah.
It's quite high pitched. I think that's what it is. So it just gets you.
If my cat is in the room, he'll just run in the opposite direction. Like, every time without fail, when I've been watching Swiss Corner and Kitty, I'm like, I don't know who's more upset, myself or the cat.
Oh dear.
Okay, it's time to start. I'll see you guys in 30 minutes. Good luck, everybody.
Still made me jump.
It did. Yeah, it used to make me jump as well. So now I always take off like my headset and I'm paying attention to the time so I don't have a heart attack.
Oh dear.
Some people have joined the chat. Let us know what you're all reading, please.
Oh yeah.
Yes, let us know. So, how was your reading? What's happened?
Yeah, I've read 32 pages, and I started with this one, and I think I'm addicted
Oh,
already.
oh no.
Yeah. So basically, obviously, I won't give too much away, but basically, it's really quite clever because it's got like a chat forum from the day before, and then obviously when this group of people meet up, and it's like in this isolated setting of this old school building, and they're mentioning they're going to summon this demon, and there's certain rules, so they can't leave or they can't turn on the light. So obviously they're going to be isolated off and something's going to happen. So yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. And I'm only 30 pages in, but that's Cynthia Murphy. I love her books. So good.
I didn't do as well. I did 22 pages. But my cat right at the end there decided to knock over a glass of water. I stupidly left on my side table, thinking that's fine, he won't jump up there. He did. So that was why I wasn't here right at the end, which is a good thing because I would have jumped at the cat. But I heard it from further away. But this is a really interesting start. Like I can't quite work out what the time period is supposed to be. Like it could be uber modern or it could be like set like in the 18th century. Like I haven't got a clue. I can't place it. All I know is that there's trains. That's the only technology that has been mentioned. But it's following a doctor's death in like a remote like Swiss Alps village type thing. And where they all speak French. So I assume they're up a mountain. So I'm like, the Swiss Alps, maybe that's where this is set. I don't know. And it's really weird because no one knows what caused this guy's death. And the other guy who's come to like try and figure it all out and be this doctor's replacement is like they don't know that I've been here before, but it's not like the face he's wearing, it's like the thing inside his head. And like they keep on having moments where other people's voices are joining in, so it's like a hive mind, which is super fucking cool.
Yeah.
Saying like when I fall asleep here, I pick up the patient I just dropped in shock, and I'm like, this is like amazing. I'm loving it so much.
Oh, it sounds good. I'm gonna get that. It sounds really good.
It is. It's a good strong start. So
Yeah, I read quite a bit because this one is very easy to read. So I read 53 pages. Halloween party.
Yeah.
For everybody that just joined. So of course we're in Shadyside, and there is a Halloween party being hosted at a house behind the cemetery on Fear Street because why not? And it's a house that's supposed to be haunted, but a girl and her uncle just bought it and are renovating it. And you already know that she's shady. Like the moment she's introduced, I'm like, mm-mm, mm-mm, I don't trust these people. It's like something's wrong with them, you know. It's like it's probably I see things coming because I've read and watched so much, but I already know there's something wrong with them, or that's what I assume. Even though these books tend to be quite straightforward, like when it
Yeah.
comes to those things. But yeah, so basically, this girl has invited a couple of people from school, but it's people that are really random, like they don't even are friends with each other, so they're wondering why are they being invited to this Halloween party. But of course they go because why not? Otherwise we wouldn't have a book. You know, it's like this doesn't look good, but let's go, you know.
Let's go.
Let's do it, you know. And so there's like of course pranks and things going on in the party, and yeah, that's where we're at the moment. So it's fun. It's a quick fun read. So yeah.
And R.L. Stein loves a prank in his
Yeah.
books. He loves a prank.
There's a lot I've noticed.
Yeah.
Oh, I think the kitty was still in the background. Kitty, what were you doing?
Oh, look, you were going to trick us. It was going to go off again.
Yeah, he keeps going if I don't. I'm gonna prepare it for 45 for later.
I have the first 3 Fear Street books on my TBR, and I also have the Return to Fear Street. Don't kill the bride or something.
Oh yeah.
But I'm really worried to start them because I know R.L. Stein's Goosebumps books, and he's not good for like switching up plot. Really, is he? Like it's all kind of very formulaic, and from what I've heard of it, it doesn't get better in Fear Street. But I love the films, and I'm like, do I want to ruin what I think of Fear Street? I'm like, that's what I'm fighting with because the films were so.
The books are very different to the films, in my opinion. They don't really follow anything from the books other than shady side. Really. So
and probably the
films, I
legend.
like the films. Yeah, and like the legend
That's so
behind
sad.
it.
Because I want to know about like the other killers. Like I want to have a whole series on Ruby Lane. Because like, why is she the only one that was female? Like, why her? And like, what did she do? Like, I'm so curious. Like specifically her because she is the only female. So I'm like, I just want to know. So I'm really sad that there's none of that in the original. I'm gonna try because I enjoyed Goosebumps. I know what I'm going in for when I pick up R.L. Stein now.
You should move over to Point Horror. Come and join Point Horror Book Club. I've always got a Point Horror next to me, but there's R.L. Stein, but also other authors as well. So you should try some Point Horror and see what you think. Yay! More
I'm trying to find those. I just found one from somebody secondhand and I'm waiting on it, but it's so hard for me to get Point Horror books here. And when I find one, it's also sometimes not cheap, but I'm slowly building the collection. So I always want to join, but I mostly never have the book you're gonna read.
Well, the one we're reading this month, so the diary, it's got a different title.
I don't think I have it.
So it's called "Let Me Tell You How I Died." I think it's only got called the diary in the UK. So.
But I have this one for December because I voted for this one because it's the only one that I have.
Free thank. It's a good one, that one as well. It's a good one.
Yeah, I have not read it, so I'm like, I'm gonna vote for that one. Hopefully it wins, and then I can actually read one.
I've started putting them up like now. I'm not kind of gonna do the vote. I've started putting them up in advance now, so people got time to get the books and things like that. So yeah.
Let's see. Somebody's trying to read House of Leaves, which
I've got that, but I'm too scared to read it because I've heard like things.
I enjoyed it, but it is work. Like it is work. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like the footnotes have footnotes, you know, it's like and the footnotes is a story different from the book. So there's kind of two stories going on and one is being told through footnotes. And it's quite interesting.
It's meant to be like an experience reading it, isn't it? Yeah. I must get to that soon.
You just gotta like commit to it. You know?
Yeah, just gotta go for it.
I don't think my brain would be able to cope with that. Footnotes are already hard in books anyway, and if I'm trying to concentrate on teaching, I feel like I would just be sitting there going, I don't know what's going on in either of these.
Yeah, it's definitely not easy to read because, you know, you got to be really focused on the book. It's not like one of those that you can just sit down and quickly just go through it. And you got to be like focused. So I understand why some people, you know, cannot get into it. Double Up Prompts is perfect. The Red Love. I don't know this one. Does anybody know this one? But it sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I like the name.
I'm going to have a little look because I like the name.
For the ring prompt too. Fantastic. Yeah. The Love Hypothesis. Oh, yes. It's been recommended to me. I read romance sometimes, but I have problems squeezing it in on any TBR because it's mostly covered with like thrillers and horror. And then I'm like, I have these romance books that I wanted to read one day. I feel like summer I'm more inclined when Christmas comes around. I'm like, give me all of those really bad, cozy romance books for like 99 cents on Amazon. Like, give them to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know? And I
I'm
watch
like
all of
that.
the bad Hallmark Christmas movies, and my boyfriend is like,
What's
"Are you?"
happened?
Yeah, it's like I go from like creepy, spooky, give me all the horror and the gore. I said, want to see guts and people getting killed. It's like I'm just watching a Hallmark comedy and people are getting in love, and he's like, it's it's
Has
like
to
I
be
just
done.
enjoy it.
It
I
has
just
to be
enjoy
done.
it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, the prompt. I mean,
Mm.
the prompt was to pick a book that was out of your comfort zone. So for that one, I've chosen, I think, The Cat That Saves Books or something like that.
Okay.
On
Oh,
that
cute.
one was adorable. That's like for everyone who loves books will feel like it's just adorable. Like there's nothing. It's such a low stakes book. Like it's one of those where it's like get a hot chocolate and just like, huh.
Oh, I'll have to get that. Sounds
Yeah, I bought
cozy.
it. I saw it on, I think, on Instagram, someone's story, and I'm like, oh, a book about cats, and the cover is cute. I'm buying it. I don't know what it's about, but
Doesn't matter.
I normally don't pick those books. Like that type of like fiction. Normally, I pick thriller, horror, sometimes romance, but not that type of book. So I was like, okay, I'll read this one for the prompt, and it's also not too long, so hopefully it's gonna be okay.
I
Oh,
But
you have to...
literally the only reason why I read it was because I did a whole vlog on books about cats.
nice.
Oh.
4 reads, and 2 of them brought me to tears because I was like, "How dare you!" And then that one was just like, I just needed this after I got numerous
Yes.
books.
Oh, I'll have to check that out.
I have
Oh.
like a vintage horror book about cats, and I think they kill people, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna kill cats. And I'm like, do I want to go into this? It's like I kind of dig it because the cover is like super cute. I don't know where I put it now, but the cover is like super cute, and it's about cats, but they're kind of like these supernatural cats, and I'm guessing people are gonna kill them. And I'm
Ooh.
like, conflict,
Mm. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, same. Like sometimes you pick up a romance and I think it's because, when you read thriller and horror, it engages other parts of your brain. So
Mm.
you're kind of more like trying to figure things out, who's the killer, what happened, or if it's horror, you're like more in tension, expecting things to happen. When you read romance, it's like, it's like I don't need to pay so much attention myself. I think it's the same with
Yeah.
movies, I just need to sit on the couch and not have to think about anything at all. Just relax.
When it's freezing
So
cold,
true.
Yeah.
just be
Nice
like, right,
snuggly blanket and a hot chocolate.
with
Yeah.
the brain.
Oh no, the Cat Chronicles.
Oh, I cried all the way through.
That sounds sad. Oh no.
Oh, can't read sad books.
No, I mean, for me, it depends. If it's about animals, probably best not. I've never watched the movie or read Pachinko, this movie about the dog. I don't
Uh,
know. It's very popular, but I've never read it because I feel like it has something to do with a dog dying. And I'm like, we're not doing that.
no.
The only thing in books and movies that really hit me is if any animal deaths happen. Like I have to be
Yeah.
forewarned. Like it's okay if it creeps up on me and someone I know hasn't read it, but if someone I know has read it and they haven't warned me that an animal dies, it just destroys me. Like I
Yeah.
can't cope with it. The only book I've kind of been like, no, this is okay. Like I've managed to push through it is The Only Good Indians, because the whole point of that book is like,
Mm,
you kill an animal, they're gonna fuck you up for it. Like so it was the point of
mhm.
like had a message to it. Just whenever an animal dies, I'm just like, why? Why did I have to die though? And like I read horror books, like people die in horror books all the time, but I'm like, they probably deserved it. If an animal dies, I'm like, what did they do?
Yeah. That's so true.
Every time, that we're watching a horror movie and there's a cat or a dog, I'm like,
Yeah, it's like, don't you dare. Like if that cat dies, this movie's getting a 1 star.
And in the Fear Street books, like Stein does like a bit of like a dog killing off sometimes.
Well,
Like
there's
most
been
of the
here a comment about some toads and a frog dying or something, and I'm like,
well, most
yeah,
of the time the dogs don't survive in Fear Street. So yeah.
that's great. That's great.
That's why we should go to Point Horror. I'm joking.
That was seamless. That was a seamless plug there.
Yeah. Yeah, I have Chelley's Twitter and her Insta down. You know, she reads every month a point horror. She has amazing lives on Instagram, so make sure
Oh,
to check
thank
it
you.
out. They're so much fun. And I also left Lizzie's YouTube channel and Twitter down below, so go follow her and stuff. You know.
Oh, thank you, Kasha. And Kasha was a guest on one of my lives. We did Scream, didn't we?
That was so much fun.
Yeah.
I was so nervous because I know that Josh is so competitive.
Yeah, because I did like it was Scream 2, but I did like a Scream
Yeah.
quiz, but I tried to make it like quite hard and funny, so it wasn't so easy. But yeah, we had a laugh.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Yeah. Always great, man. I think I'll change the Pomodoro Kitty to 40 minutes. Let me see. So we can do a 40 sprint. And see if we scare Chelley again.
Did you see me jump? I even looked and I knew it was going to go off, and I
Oh,
still
yeah. I know.
Every time.
Do you guys are you gonna watch a horror movie for the prompt, or there is the Scream prompt, which is the last one, is to watch a horror movie that makes you scream, like a horror movie that you know it's gonna scare you. It doesn't matter if you've already seen it or not. Maybe because it has a topic that scares you or a theme or something.
Oh, I keep meaning to watch Hereditary. Is it? I've never seen that, and everyone tells me like when you see it, like you're not gonna unsee it or something. So I'm
fair.
A bit like, oh.
That's fair.
So maybe I should do that. Maybe I should watch that for that.
There was a part of the movie that I actually rewinded to make sure that I had seen what I had seen.
What,
I was watching the movie and I was like, stop. And I rewinded and I was like,
no.
And I was like, I need to make sure that I saw what I saw, you know. I cannot say it because spoilers, but hit me up when you watch the movie.
Oh, okay.
But there was a part that I'm like, no. I had to rewind.
See, even though I do watch a lot of horror and read a lot of horror, I'm like a bit of a scaredy cat. So I'm like, oh yeah. So, but no, I'm gonna give it a go because loads of people have said, and somebody said to me, film yourself while you're watching it, and I'm like, is it that bad that I'm gonna look terrified?
I don't know. Yeah. So you've seen it, Lizzie, I guess? No?
No, I am a
Oh, you don't watch horror. Yeah, you said you're very scared of.
I am a massive wimp. Like, honestly, I can't deal with jump scares.
Oh, no, that's me. Yeah, jump scares, no.
And I can't deal with, like, distorted faces. That's, like, something that really, really freaks me out. Like,
Did you love The Ring?
No! Really creeps me out. Like, elongated limbs, like weird kind of like bodily movements, that doesn't scare me as much. If they mess with someone's face, like even in Lord of the Rings when Bilbo goes for the ring, that is the grossest part. Like, it's so gross. So I'm a massive wimp. So I probably will, because it'll be funny for everyone else around me. But I will not be doing that alone, and I have to talk my housemate into watching a horror movie with me. Because we watch like slashers, we're more into, you know, like Scream. We watched Ready or Not, which was
yeah, I love that film.
Like, that was a good time. And obviously I watched Event Horizon. Like, those are like the kind of as far as I will go with general horror, but we'll see, because there's a lot on like Netflix and Disney Plus at the moment. Because like I rewatched this is so stupid, so I rewatched Beetlejuice the other day on Amazon.
Love it.
I also rewatched Little Shop of Horrors, which I also was like, these are like absolutely classic. Technically they're both horrors, not really, but they're not. They are. But I had a good time. So if I can find out a movie I have a good time with, that would be great.
Oh, I love Beetlejuice. It's like one of my
Yeah.
favourites. Yeah. Oh, love that film.
It's such a fun movie.
Somebody else enjoyed Hereditary. It was fantastic.
Oh, it was fun. Okay. I didn't stop checking the ceiling for weeks at bedtime. Oh no.
I have faith in you. You can do it.
See, my husband bans me from watching stuff like too late, like watching horror that he knows is going to scare me too late, because then I keep him awake because I have
Oh,
these
no.
nightmares. Like once I think I'd watched a horror film or something, and it must have had a snake in it or something, and I thought I woke up in the night and I pinned my husband's arm down on the bed going, "No, snake!" And he was like, "What the hell's going on?"
Oh,
And I was
no.
like, "Oh, sorry, I was watching like horror before bed, so now he bans me after watching it during the day." Yeah,
no.
it's an interesting experience sleeping with me. Oh
man.
dear. Yeah.
No, we're currently watching Cabinet of Curiosities on Netflix, which is
Oh yeah, I haven't started that yet.
yeah, it's really fun because every episode is like a different story by a different director, and Guillermo del Toro introduced the stories and stuff. And I really appreciate it because he's a director that has the power of getting Netflix to do whatever he wants. So he's giving every episode to a different director that he likes, that is not too well known or hasn't done too much, and it's giving them like, you know, the opportunity to do whatever they want with it. And they use basically mostly all practical effects, which is what Guillermo loves and what I love, you know. I'd rather have a practical effect than a lot of CGI.
Yeah.
So I'm really enjoying the series. So every episode is like an hour or so long because it's like a long short story, so to say. So it's really fun.
I'll have to check that out. I saw it advertised, but I've just not got to it. But now you've sold it to me now, Kasha. It sounds really good.
Yes. Yes.
Wow, that sounds really cool. I really like Guillermo del Toro's like director style as well, so that'd be really good to check it out.
Okay, cool. All right, let's start another 40 minutes sprint. I think I'm gonna keep reading Halloween Party for now. Maybe I'll change in the last sprint.
Yeah, I might carry on reading this. Yeah.
Yes.
What's your Halloween Party, Kasha? Like in this sprint?
Okay. Watch out for the kitty.
Fingers crossed.
Let's put the kitty on the screen. There he is. Okay, let's start. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Hi.
Look at the cat.
Wind.
He's proud of himself.
Oh, look.
He knocked the water and he's like, I'm back.
He never does this. He's not a cuddly cat, so I don't really know what I've done to deserve this. It's also really uncomfy because he's on my collarbone, but I don't dare move him because he will never come back, and I'm enjoying cuddles way too much to kick him off.
That's a rule. You can't move if a cat is on top of you. That's how it works.
Oh, so cute.
Oh, somebody wants to buddy watch Hereditary.
Oh, it's Melina's. That's Melina's who I'm buddy reading The Stranded with, which I haven't read any of tonight. So I will read some soon. But yeah, I'll probably need like someone to hold my hand by the sounds of it. I want to watch that.
I'll be interested to know your opinion on that one.
I'll
So
let
how
you
was your
know.
reading?
Yeah, so how much did I read? I got engrossed. I read about another 30 pages, and I actually think this book might scare me.
Ooh.
Yeah, like Cynthia's so good at like all the characters and things, but they've just done like the ritual, and there's like all these rules that they have to follow, like they can't carry weapon, can't leave the building, they can't fall asleep, and they've got to hold this like red candle, and they can't let the candle go out at any point, otherwise the midnight man will come and get them. And then there's this story of like this like a newspaper article, so it's quite cleverly done, of like a girl who played the game and apparently didn't survive or tried to survive. So yeah, so apparently, and I was just reading, I got some like promo stuff when I got sent the book, and I just thought I'll have a little look through it. And then at the end of this it says, what do you get out of all of this? So if you play the game, so it says your life. Oh wait, I didn't tell you that what would happen if the midnight man caught you. He rips your organs out and you die. So now
Fantastic.
I'm like, ooh. So
Sounds
yeah,
like fun,
I'm
though.
intrigued. Yeah.
Sounds like my type of book.
Oh, I can't wait to read more.
How about you, Lizzie? You got something done?
I read about 35 pages, like with a lot of difficulty, because he was kind of being really annoying. Like he was running around and not settling. And he kept on like trying to get up, and then he ran away when I went to help him get up because he's very independent. And then he decided to just jump up. But I managed to read 35 pages. But reading a hardback one-handed is really quite difficult.
Yeah.
And I can feel like I'm gonna like get up after these sprints and be like, I am in so much pain. But good news, I've established it's in the future.
Oh.
We've just met a character named Baker who has something in his chest to keep his heart beating, and they only have a finite amount of plastic left in the world. And they keep on saying like this will only last 6 months. After that, you're going to have to scavenge. And then they started talking about an old nuclear power plant that is nearby that they've been scavenging from, but that basically it's all gone. And I'm like, oh, okay, so we're in the future. Got it. Thank you.
Oh.
I understand now why the time was really ambiguous. Like it was on purpose. But I'm enjoying finding out like these little tidbits. I'm like, oh, what happened to the world that we're at this stage? But it's a lot of fun. I'm still very much enjoying it. There's creepy twins. Thank you, Blue. You're just okay. There's creepy twins, creepy weird family, and it's a lot of fun.
Sounds good.
I mean, I've nearly finished. I have like 4 pages left.
Wow.
So
super quick.
yeah, I know these things are like easy for like one sitting read, so
Yeah.
that's why I like them. because they make you feel accomplished. It's like I read a book, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been fun. I mean, it's interesting that a lot of things repeat themselves in the stories, like all the pranking and like when you start pranking and it's all fun and games until somebody gets hurt, like for real.
Always.
Oh, it's always like, oh, funny, stop pretending this and that, and then somebody ends up dead. That's how it goes. So it's been fun. I mean, I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, it is a fun one, that one.
Yeah. Yeah, this one has been great. It's perfect for Halloween. So
Yeah.
if somebody's looking for next year's Halloween reads,
Yeah,
definitely
definitely.
recommend. So I feel like I can read the last couple of pages that I have, and probably I'll start with Daphne.
Yeah.
And
So
I'm excited.
what's Daphne about? Because I've definitely heard people talking about
So
this book.
it is about this. I think it's a group of friends. I think it's from high school that before a game at school, they're kind of chatting and they start telling each other like spooky stories. And one of them brings up the legend of a girl that used to attend that high school that died. And the rumor is that her ghost is still wandering that high school, something like that. So,
Ooh.
but I'm interested to see what Josh Malerman did with this one. And I like the cover. It's like a woman, but she doesn't have a face. It's like black. So I don't know.
Oh, okay. It sounds good. I might have to get that.
Yeah, it's also an author that I have enjoyed everything so far, so I'm hoping to enjoy it.
I don't think I've read anything by that author. You know?
I read how was it called again? Something with bird. I forgot now. Bird Box.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think is his
Okay.
most popular one. So yeah,
Interesting.
yes. So I selected this one for the legend for Blair Witch Project because it's supposed to be the legend of this girl that died in the school and now she's still kind of there. I already made it naked. I don't like to read hardcovers with the dust jacket on. I just can't.
Yeah.
yeah, me neither.
I
I like
can't.
my jackets to be nice and pristine looking.
Same. I just can't do that to my books.
Oh.
If people don't take dust jackets off of their books, how do they know if the book has got something really cool on the naked hardcover? Because that's the part is when you take off a dust jacket and there's this really cool emblem or some sort of design underneath. Like, oh, I love it.
That's the first thing I do when I buy a new hardcover and I get it delivered. I just check the naked book first and be like, is this something?
Yeah.
It's the first thing I do. Yeah.
I'm always a little bit disappointed when there isn't a design on the hardcover, but then I'm like, no, not every book is like that. You gotta.
Yeah. It's sad, but it is what it is. Yeah. A couple of people have been joining. Hello. Yeah. So I'm hoping it's gonna be good and it's short, so we'll see.
Yeah, it does sound good. I'm going to add it onto my wish
Yeah.
list, I think.
It starts with like a basketball hoop.
Ooh.
Kind of, I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
See.
I think I'm gonna add it to my list as well. It sounds pretty cool.
It does sound good. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. You'll have to let us know, Kasha, what your overall thoughts are when you've finished it.
It's always scary when you pick up books by authors that you like because you're like, what if this one is the one that I hate?
Yeah.
What is
There's
this?
always going to be one. There's always going to be one, isn't there?
That's the issue.
I think I have Bird Box and its sequel on my Kindle. I'm pretty sure. I think I got it in one of those like buy one get one free sales they sometimes do on Kindle.
Yeah, I read the sequel as well. It's called Mallory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I recommend you the book, not the movie.
I watched the movie, then I got the book, and I read one chapter, and then I don't remember why I didn't go any further. I literally have no rhyme or reason. I just know that I own both of them, and I haven't read them
yet. Oh, so the movies, is that the one with Sandra Bullock in it?
Yes.
Sandra Bullock? Yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Yeah, it was disappointing for me because I read the book first.
Yeah,
so it was
the book's better. The book's always better.
Most of the time, yes.
Yeah, most of the time.
Sadly.
Oh dear.
You get excited for the movie and you're like, oh, damn it.
I know. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Happens a lot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
happens often, not really, isn't it? So I'm always like, oh, I don't know if I want this adaptation to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Been really pissed sometimes at certain adaptations. Like I was like sitting in the cinema like mad, just frowning mad, like exactly waiting for the movie to end. I remember I was actually in England. I think I was in Birmingham, and we went to the movies to watch.
Yay! That's where I'm from.
Oh, I've been there a couple of times, and we went to see Miss Bergerin's School for Peculiar Children. And I
Mm.
was excited because I knew that that the author was involved, Remsen Riggs, and I knew it was going to be directed by Tim Burton. I'm like, oh, I'm going to love this. And then they
Mm.
absolutely destroyed the whole books. And I was so mad. I was sitting in that cinema mad. And I don't know what pissed me off more, that they destroyed the books, that Tim Burton destroyed it. That it was like, it was a whole experience.
Double whammy.
It's like,
Double whammy there.
That is one of the films I have refused to watch because I remember being really excited for it. And I've only read the first book of the Peculiar Children series so far. I've got books 2 and 3, and I plan to read it all at some point. But I loved the book, and I was like, oh, this is so cool. But then I heard nothing but terrible things, and I was like, right, okay, I don't need to. I can pretend this movie doesn't exist. That's cool.
I mean, the main issue is that the book, like, it is a continuous series. They're already in book 6 or something, and they basically took the first 3 books and they tried to jam them into one movie. And they changed things about the characters that you didn't need to change, and it was just so frustrating.
Yeah.
It was really frustrating. I was just really mad.
Well, if you want to tell a story, you don't have to tell someone else's story. Like, use your own medium for that. Like, we don't want to see your story faked as a adaptation. Like, no thanks. It's what they did with Percy Jackson. It was like, no, just tell your own bloody version of this. No one's gonna care.
I've never
even
seen
know.
Percy
No?
Jackson.
I've seen the first one only. That's it.
Yeah, the second one is worse. The second one is terrible, which is really, really unfortunate because I think Logan Lerman.
Bye.
Good night. Yes.
Book wins, yeah. Book wins every time.
It's
Most
just a
of the
different
time.
experience, yeah.
Yeah. I think
It's
I
just
can't think of an adaptation where I thought, oh, the film was better. There were only close ones.
Oh, for me, I have one. What was it called? This one where the girl tells the story from heaven.
Yeah.
I forgot the name. I don't know. It's weird. I normally don't forget the name.
Is it The Lovely Bones or is it something else?
The Lovely Bones. I thought the movie was better.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
The only one that I think it's not better, but I think it was on a par with the book was The Fault in Our Stars. Just because I think they got the characterization right and stuff. So for me, it was like on a par with the book. The book didn't make me cry, but the film made me bawl my eyes out, even though I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the only one.
I think
kind of
on that same wavelength, though, I think the film of Paper Towns was better as a film because the entire time I was reading the book, I was like, "This is a screenplay. I'm reading a screenplay. I'm not reading a book." And like that was all, and that was before I even before the film got announced and everything. So when I was like, "Oh yeah, no, they're going to do an adaptation," I was like, "No, this will work. This will 100% work." And it was a much nicer experience watching that story.
Yeah, I agree on that actually. Yeah, it was better.
Yeah, I don't know. I've never been a huge fan of John Green's books. I've read a couple, but I don't feel so invested as I expected. I don't know.
I think when I was younger, I liked them because of they were quite simple, they're simple stories told in an accessible way. and I enjoyed them a lot more. I think if I reread any of them now, I probably wouldn't enjoy them at all.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have some people that agree with the bad movie adaptations.
Oh yeah, and the two Percy Jackson movies made me so mad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad I haven't watched them yet now.
No, don't. Just wait for the Disney Plus series. The Disney Plus series is going to be way better. So just wait for that to come out.
Well, also, I think it was Inkheart. I was so mad at the movie. I don't know if you read the book, but the book is fantastic, and the movie was garbage. And that's why they didn't do book 2 and 3. They were like, okay, we're done. You know, like they did one movie and it just flopped so hard that they just decided to leave it there.
Which movie was that? Sorry, Kasha.
Inkheart.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
Bad.
Way chunkier than I expected it to be because, like, I thought it was like a middle grade when I picked it up. I was
Yeah,
like,
they're
oh,
chunky.
huge. But like, I really want to read it. But also in the same vein as that, the Aragon movie or Aragon movie that did really badly, and they didn't make the other sequels.
The others, yeah.
I have all of those books to reread, and I'm terrified because I'm like, what if I don't like it anymore?
I've never read them, but I feel like maybe I'm past the age where I'm gonna enjoy them, so I don't know if I should.
That's why I'm like, oh, maybe I've outgrown them.
I've not read those.
Death on the Nile was, I don't like the movie adaptations.
Don't get me started on Death on the Nile adaptation. That was awful.
Even the Murder in Orient Express was not great. I was
so
expecting more. They were so boring. I was so bored with Death on the Nile. I'm like, I can't take it anymore.
My husband fell asleep in the cinema to that film because he said he just went and that was it. He said it was so boring, and I thought, oh, I'll give it a second chance and watch that Death on the Nile. No, I'm never getting that time back.
It was just
it was not good. Not good.
No.
Yeah. The original adaptation from many years ago was 10 times better.
I mean, Murder in Orient Express started quite okay. I was kind of invested at the beginning, and then at some point I was like,
yeah, it just
but Death on the Nile was just
no.
I don't even know how I made it to the end. I'm like
that was like me. And I think my husband came in, he said, I can't believe you're watching this because you're going to be so angry after. And he hasn't even seen it. And I'm like, I know, but I thought I had hope.
It's like with books, you know, I can DNF, but with movies, I never do it because I'm like, I might as well just finish it. It's not that long.
Yeah,
you know?
That's it. Yeah.
So I might as well just finish it.
Definitely the same there.
And suffer. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm hating it, but I'm finishing it. And then you eat your popcorn like
rage eating, like
throw it at the screen.
I've done it so many times when I've gone to the cinema and I've been immediately disappointed. And it was like, Boyhood was the one that destroyed everything because I was like, I have no faith in anyone's opinions now. And the other one was Dracula Untold. I was like, what is this? This is actual trash. Like, I've paid money to be here. Like, I'm so upset.
Yeah, we have here something called unlimited tickets. So you pay 22 euros or something a month, and then you can go to as many movies as you want. So that's what I do. So we can watch anything, even if it's bad, we still go. And we're like, we'll just give it a chance. Or if it's a stupid comedy, we just combine it with another movie, and they're like, you know, double feature because we can get in for free, sort of.
Yeah.
But because we have this ticket, so we can go to as many movies as we want. And sometimes we watch things that we're like, no.
Yeah, that's what me and my husband have got, an unlimited pass. So yeah, we watch some right trash. You don't mind as much.
No. I don't think I'd mind, but because I only go to cinema every now and then, I want to know that I'm gonna see something good. It's like I was really excited for the new Jurassic Park. Have I gone to see it? No, because everyone's told me it's bad. So I was like, it's fine. I'll just wait until that's on a streaming service because it will be eventually. But it
might be a good call there.
Bad. I was sitting like, Nope.
Yeah, I didn't. We went to the cinema to see that, and yeah,
Yeah.
I just yeah.
Horrible. Boring. It was boring.
Just like,
Horrible.
why? More than anything, they could have done so much more after the second one. They had so much scope to do so much good stuff, and they just didn't do it. Why?
I don't like this new trilogy. I tried to rewatch the first two before going to the third one, and they were so boring. I had to watch them like during different days to finish them because I was like, I can't take it again. No, I'm never rewatching those three. It's just so boring to me.
No, I liked the first two
Yeah.
that they did when they relaunched it, but that third one, just no.
Don't get me started on Halloween Ends because
Oh, I haven't seen it yet, but I've managed to avoid spoilers, but I have seen a lot of people going, "What on earth has gone on?"
yeah, that was like okay.
Cash's face says it all.
I was like, who approved this script? I'm gonna need names.
Get me their address.
Yeah, I haven't seen the originals of those. I'm terrible. I'm just like, I'm so behind on so many movies, and I have to, like, when like remakes are coming out, I'm like, wait, I haven't seen the originals. I can't go see them.
You have to catch up.
Yeah, I want to watch Halloween movies though, because I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's just the last three questionable, especially the last one.
I'll stop like after whatever number it is, because I know actually the numbers don't mean absolutely anything in the Halloween series.
No.
I've noticed. I'm like, okay, but 2 is like number 8 or something ridiculous. I don't know.
Oh dear.
Okay, you guys ready for the last brand?
Yeah.
Nice.
I should read some of this really. So I'll read some of this one. Yeah.
You're enjoying the
especially because you're going to go to bed soon, and we don't want you hitting your husband in the middle of the night.
That's very true. Saying the midnight man's coming. No.
So it's safer to go for the sci-fi right now.
Yes, I think so, definitely.
For your husband's sake.
Yeah.
All right, let me put the kitty
He
one
will
more time.
thank you both.
Let me get the kitty. There he is. All right, good luck, girls.
Thank you.
It got me that time.
It got me.
The cat
Got
has
me worse than
spoken.
before.
Oh no. That's a good end, you know?
Yeah. If you look back, you'll see me go.
I gotta look back
dear.
now to see the reaction every
I was,
time.
I was talking to my housemate just now, and then when the cat went, I went, "Oh my god!"
Yes, when you're not expecting it. All right, how do you guys do with your reading?
Yeah, I read like a couple more chapters of The Midnight Game, and then I thought, no, come on, Chelley, let's read some Stranded. So, yeah, I've got a little bit further in this, so it's quite intriguing. So you kind of got like they're on this ship, and they're not allowed to see like any information from the outside world. So there's obviously, a bit of something weird going on. And they're like they're going on about the different levels of the ship, and some are ticket holders and some are like, so it's all about like class and things like that. So it's giving me like Titanic vibes but set in the future. So yeah, so I haven't got very far in it, but I'll let you know how I get on with it. But I'm enjoying it so far. It's good.
I only read like 12 pages, and then my housemate came home, and we were just chatting about annoying things about our plan, or about our the letting agents who's dealing with our renting. So we're just having a bit of a chat about it all. So yeah, it wasn't very productive. This is really weird. Normally I read like loads on sprints. But I think I'm just really enjoying this book because like every little detail it's giving me, like, it's just fantastic.
Yeah.
Like they're giving more about where this parasite came from, which is really fun. And like they're just going to visit a mine that the main character, like the main like memory they have of it is like this horror, like straight from like a really grisly horror movie where like a mine has collapsed and he had to like saw someone's leg off to get them out, and then that person died, and like he keeps on having like flashes of it. And for some reason, when like the lower down in the mine, the less he has connection to like the hive mind. So like he's like, oh, suddenly this body got really like not expendable because I will not be able to survive this if something happens down here. So I'm just really enjoying the kind of all of it starting to click together, what's going on, and I love it so much.
Oh, it sounds so good. I'm sold.
Adding more books to your DBR.
I know.
I think every sprint for me, someone will talk about a book and I'm like, right, adding that.
Yeah. So I started reading Daphne. I made it to page 50.
Wow.
It's
Well
quite
done.
interesting. It doesn't even have like chapter numbers. And I was like waiting for like chapter break, and I'm like, there's no break.
Oh, so it's just continuous.
Yeah,
Like
it just continues. Sometimes there are like some dots that let you know you're changing character or you're changing something, like three dots. You cannot really see it on the screen. It's like three dots, and then you know it's kind of going, but it's quite interesting. So it's basically a bunch of basketball players at a school, and they have like a sleepover before a big game or something, and then they tell stories, and one of them mentions Daphne, which is a girl that died in the town, and apparently she is really tall, and she's only wearing like jean stuff, like stuff made out of jean material, and she likes heavy metal, and the way that she kills is with her hands. She doesn't have a weapon or anything like that. And the trick is you cannot think about her. The more you think about her, then she comes for you. And
Ooh.
and so after they hear the story, of course, some of the people, some of the girls from the basketball team start to think about her, and somebody says a name and they think they said the name Daphne, but they're not saying that. It's like because they're like obsessed, and one of the characters is talking about her anxiety, and I enjoy it because it's true that sometimes if they tell you you cannot think about this, then you're obsessed about it.
Yeah, that's so true.
And also you want to know more about what happened to her, and why as a teenager you never heard about her before in this town, and now somebody mentions her, and now you cannot stop thinking about her. So it's kind of interesting so far.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, another one for the TBR. I'm gonna get that one.
I have
Oops.
added it to my list.
Yeah, it sounds so good.
So I think Kev and Amy came back.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, first time in the theater from Nathan. That is so
Oh.
cute. Yeah, so that was, sorry, it was the last bit. But I'm doing one every Wednesday this month for the Evil-a-thon. I think Amy is having some in her channel tomorrow. Normally she has them
Yeah.
on Thursday, so yeah. Chelley, stop reading.
I got busted.
Stop it.
I did. I stopped.
Oops.
So I'm meant to be buddy reading it with Amy and Peter, and we was meant to go to page 30, but I went a bit further.
Whoops.
Yeah.
You were like, oh, Amy's gonna be in the theaters. It's gonna be fine.
I was like, I'll get away with it. Uh-oh.
Oops.
That's good though. If you wanted to read on, I think that's pretty good.
Yeah.
If I
Yeah,
knew
it
someone
was.
was like reading something with and they were really enjoying it, that they wanted to read on, I'd be like, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I have that sometimes, that I have some books that it takes me days to get through them, even though I'm interested. But then there's others that when I start, I'm like, I need to keep going, and I'm doing other things, but I keep thinking, oh, I need to find time to go back to the book because I need to know. So even if I'm enjoying other books as well, but there's like a different type of binging with books.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Amy says she's joking.
I know. No, I'm going to wait for you now because I want to discuss. Got lots to discuss.
So Amy, you have to catch up. That's what she's saying. Because she needs to talk the tea.
Yeah, we need to chat.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I pre-ordered that one, and I have others by her that I still have not read, so I need to get to those.
Yeah, they're really good. I've read the other two, and I enjoyed those. But this one, like, I think at the moment, I think this might be my favourite Cynthia Murphy, and I haven't even finished it yet. So I'm only like 60, 70 pages in, aren't I? So, but at the moment, yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe I have to read at least one of the ones that I have here before that one, but we'll see. I'm excited. Oh, one of my cats is crying. I think she needs me. Whoops.
Oh.
Yeah, she's not used to me being separated from her, because I just got her in February. No, yeah, right before COVID hit in 2020, and then she basically was stuck with me. So she got really like attached to me, which is good because she was really scared when I got her from the shelter, and she really created a bond because I was never leaving the house.
Yeah.
I was working from home. I was always home, so she created a bond with me, and now she missed
Aww.
me. Yeah.
But it's true because our cat, well, we've got 3 cats, but the one cat's really clingy to my husband. And when we was working from home, she loved it. It was like the best time ever. And then when we went back to work, she actually became unwell. Like and apparently it was stress because we weren't home anymore. She became like quite stressed, so we had to get like all calming things for around the house for her and stuff to try and calm her down. But she's a lot better now. Now she's got used to it again. But yeah, she didn't like it. Bless her. Oh.
I mean, the cats are sensitive with that stuff. When I had 2 black cats, and one of them died, and the brother got sick. Like he had a fever, like he was really sick right after the brother passed away, and he would sleep every night on top of me, and he'd never done that before. It's like that they understand something has happened, like
Yeah.
they create bonds with other cats and with humans more than we think sometimes, even though cats have this reputation of being more independent and stuff, but they love other cats and other people their own way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So a quarter is really good.
Oh, the red laugh. Yeah, I was going to write that on my list as well.
Another reminder.
That sounds amazing, though.
Oh yeah. Nice. Yeah, Andreas always has really good recommendations because he reads a lot of books that not many people know about, a lot of underground, like indie published and stuff like that. So he always comes up with books that I've never heard of. So that's always good. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice. So I hope you all had fun today. You read something. I'm happy because I finished the whole book. Said whole book, 140 pages. But I read it. and 50 pages of Daphne. So I mean, I'm pretty
You've done
happy.
so well. I'm
Pretty
quite a
happy.
slow reader, so I'm quite slow.
I tend to be too. Depends on the book. Some books take me
Yeah.
really long. It depends on the book. But yeah, I'm really happy.
Well,
I'm glad you started book number 5. I'm surprised I didn't get more in. I think I'd have got more into it if I didn't have a cat. Yeah, he made it really hard to read. So I'm blaming the cat because I'm really enjoying this. So it's not the book.
Yay. Thank you, Andreas.
Thank you.
Nice. So I will be back with other guests for the next 3 weeks. Lizzie is joining us in all of the sprint now because she's just here for the reading.
Was here, you know.
Yeah, I need to get to do this more often because I really like sit down and read. Whereas, you know, if I'm like, oh, I'll read a little bit before bed, then time flies by, and then I only have like 30 minutes before I really fall asleep. So it's not so productive.
Yeah.
So I need to do more of these, or just join Amy and other people that do them, just to force myself to keep reading.
Yeah, I find it really useful, actually.
I find it really good, but I also think I find it difficult now to read without reading sprints. I'm like, why sprinting? Like,
tell me to read.
It's really weird. Why? Like, I want to tell people that I've read loads, or like I didn't read. Accountability. So it's really like it's a double-edged sword for me. So, like, sometimes I'm like, oh, I could do reading sprints. That's fine. I'll just do my own. It's all good.
Yeah, you know, sometimes I'm at home and I'm like, oh, today I would like to read, and I'm like, is somebody doing reading sprints? Like, I try to look for people to see if they're doing reading sprints because it really motivates me to read.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if there's anybody, even if I don't know them, I just join. I'm like, I'm just gonna do it so that I read, you know. So I find it really useful. I'm really happy that this trend started because it really helps. Also with productivity in general, other people use it for other things, and it's really, you know, helping people to study or to write or whatever they want to do. So it's really great.
Yeah, no, it's good.
So I would like to thank you girls to join today, Chelley and Lizzie.
Thanks for having
The
me.
links again are in the description box down below for you guys to check out. And we will see you the next time, and next Wednesday here at the same time. Good night, guys.
Thank you. Thanks, night.
Bye.
Bye.
So